let's start.
Here we go.
Hello, Scarborough. What do we have today?
Hi, MD. Today we have the ultimate XRPL project, the Junkies, joining us again. Hi, you guys.
What up?
What
Uh,
up?
Jake, you want to go
Hey.
over what we're going to talk about today real quick?
Yeah. I think we want to talk a little bit about some game updates and the things that we've been working on the past 6 months since our last podcast with you guys. We got some cool stuff coming up with the droids, which is a part of the minting rewards. We can talk a little bit about that. We got a land update, little sneak peek too.
Ooh.
Yeah, we kind of want to show our process of how we generate the NFTs and all the cool scripts we've been writing in Unity.
With the help of Bean God in the house.
With the help of Bean God, yeah. So he's the
we have
mastermind behind the entire XUMM login functionality with Unity too. So yeah.
very exciting stuff. So everybody stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
So take it away, if you will.
Take it away, Jake.
Yeah, so what should we start off with? We can talk about one of the most recent things that's coming. The Drowsy Droids, right?
Drowsy Droids, right?
Drowsy Droids, yeah.
What's the news with the Drowsy Droids? Where are we at?
So I've been working pretty hard on the collection itself, and I finally got to a point where I feel comfortable releasing it and getting everybody those minting rewards in their hands. It's been a long time coming. I came up with the initial design months and months ago, and when we did the first DAO vote, we decided between Boxbot and the Drowsy Droid. So I know the community was pretty the community was pretty split in between two. You know, a lot of people really wanted the Boxbot, but you know, Droid took over and won. So it's gonna be our first
DAO.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be our first side collection airdrop to our community. It's gonna be a free mint, of course. Each junkie will receive one Drowsy Droid. Drowsy Droids have different traits and rarities, just like the junkies do, but a little bit more complex. They're full body avatars, so you can see the entire droid itself, and it's a representation of what it will look like in game.
Excellent.
I love the name, Drowsy Droid. It sounds fantastic.
Thanks.
And there they are.
Posted a little bit of sneak peeks on our Twitter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're looking pretty cool, I think.
Medic
is going to be needed, isn't he?
Medic!
Medic!
Yeah. So you could say, like, you know, we're still debating if we should add different stats and different use cases to these Drowsy Droids other than just following you around in game and performing certain tasks. So we're still exploring options on making them class-based. So like you saw the medic, you know, it might be helpful in the battlefield, healing you every so often. You know, might have a little minor droid that will go around and help you collect materials or give you a higher rate of getting rare ores and scrap pieces. A little DPS main, you know, he walks around helping you shoot at enemies, and just a little combat dude.
Love that.
Engineer.
Fix that scrap car.
So there's just a few of the options that are in the works.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna be a relatively large collection. Now that we decided to cut the junkies down to a 7K because of what happened with
the mishap,
Dr. Prism.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of those junkies got kind of messed up, and I think we'll soon see what's going on with them, you know.
So basically,
I'm pretty excited for that.
Quick question. If you have a fairly regular junkie minted, is it possible that he will become something special?
Oh yeah. That's one of the major reasons why we went with the rarity choices we did, was to give an incentive for our holders to mutate or to change their original junkies. So I wouldn't recommend changing or mutating a 1 of 1. I'll tell you that right now, because mutation's going to be totally random, and it's going to, you could have a super rare junkie and mutate it, and you might just get a common mutant, you know, or if you have a common junkie, you know, it's vice versa. So
I mean, I shouldn't imagine anyone would mutate a 1 of 1 unless they're a bit silly anyway.
The green lizard man.
Yeah.
No,
we might have to. We might have to ban it entirely, not let people mutate those ones.
Yeah, because
I'd
they
let
might
'em- I'd
completely
let 'em do
disappear,
it.
right? I mean, they might be just
Oh, yeah,
gone.
they
It's like
will.
burning them, right?
Yeah,
In a
Essentially.
way.
we're finding a different way of how we're gonna do it, but we have a pretty good idea we can't just speak about just yet.
Okay, that's good. We have you guys on with ideas we can talk about.
That's good. That's
But yeah, like
share
I
the
guess
share
we
the
can get
gossip.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess we can get a little bit more into mutations and stuff. So
I love that thought. The idea is brilliant, by the way. So I want to say that a fantastic
Yeah.
idea because it lets
Thank
people
you.
have some hope if they didn't mint a great one. Maybe they can get a really nice
Yeah,
one.
they'll have another shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I love all
exactly.
my, not being because I love the junk. I love all my junkies, whether they're normal or whatever. I just think they're all amazing. I
You're the
love 'em
dad who
all.
loves each kid the same,
Of
right?
course, yeah, they're my children. I've been there for over a year. They're my kids. I've been waiting for them to come.
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. And I think a lot of people need to understand is the junkies aren't just a profile picture; they're your actual unique identity in the game, and it
Yeah.
goes further than just the look and aesthetic of your character. We had to keep everything lore friendly. We couldn't do anything too crazy with like laser eyes and bat wings or whatever.
But
because
I don't think that would have worked. As you say,
Yeah.
it's a personal thing. It's your in-game person. So
Yep,
I don't
exactly.
think it matters
Well,
what it
you
looks
have to
like.
keep
It's
it
your
in-game
in-game.
practical, right?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
abilities. So yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
think it's a brilliant idea to have the expansion with the droids, now the mutations, it's well, do you want to tell us a little bit about mutations for people who don't know what this is at all?
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing right now, we have a set roadmap for our airdrops and how we're going to further the branding and the idea of the junkies. So first, we're going to be airdropping the Drowsy Droid NFTs. Then we're going to move on to the JSC drop. Next will come a loot box, which contains various different cosmetic clothing pieces like shirts, pants. You might get a little watch or something like that.
Rolex.
Yeah, exactly.
You want the
Rolex.
Rolex.
And after that comes the vial drop. So the vials are going to be used to mutate your junkie, and each vial, there's a couple different types. We don't want to spoil too much, but I could say two right now. One vial type could be like a farm animal type kind of thing, So you're gonna put your junkie and that vial into an incubation tube, and you're gonna sit there for a little bit while your junkie's cooking a little bit, and it'll pop out. Maybe it'll look like a pig, or it look like a
That'd be
cow
excellent.
or something like that, So
Comes out as a pig.
yeah, exactly. So those are all going to be random. You might get a vial that's like a robotic kind of vial. You throw in a whole bunch of scrap metal and different robotic pieces into the incubation tube, and it'll come out as like a robotic droid looking thing. So
how long is the incubation for, Jake? Do you know, or
we haven't really decided that just yet, but we want to keep it at a good point to where people will build the hype, and they'll get excited, and we'll get everybody in on time where we have a good amount of people mutating and getting
see
ready
what you
for
come
that,
out with.
Exactly, because we want to do it to where it was like the junkie reveal.
Yeah, I love
we had
that,
everybody all
actually.
together. Yeah,
that was excellent.
It felt really fun, having everybody together at once, all revealing their junkies and getting excited, people getting one of ones. And I remember
even though I should have been well in bed by then, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was that's something we want to do again.
Yeah, it was a good thing the community got together for the reveal. I thought it was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, exactly. Furthermore, DNA splicing kind of plays a role within it as well. We didn't put the mutations exactly in the white paper because we wanted to make it a secret for Mint once we released that. So we kind of hinted at it within the white paper, having the tubes and the DNA types, and I think we kind of shocked some people. They're pretty interested, and everybody's wanting to know what's going to happen next, but
yeah,
it's going to come out
what
slowly,
they're going to mutate.
Yeah, exactly. And
so
I know
DNA
I gotta
splicing, explain that to us real quick. How does it work?
So yeah, DNA splicing. This is kind of hinting at like a breeding mechanic in a way. You know, so
So you
you're
need
taking
two
two
Junkies
junkies.
NFTs
Yep.
for that.
Yep, and DNA goes a long way with it as well. So the DNA type, I know a lot of people are hyped about the X and the Z, the green necks is what they're calling them. You know, I think the floor price is around 1,000
1,000,
XRP
isn't it?
now for.
Now I think it's gone
so.
up to 1,000 now. The pipe tissue hands have sold theirs. It's up to 1,000 in it. So
Yeah, but you know, DNA plays a role in stats. It's going to play a role in the splicing, and it might even play a role in the mutations. You know, so.
all will be revealed.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. You know, trying to map out exactly how we're going to go about it because it's such a complex situation that we're doing with them. You know, it's pretty crazy all the different choices that you're going to have to make as an individual with your
Yeah.
junkie. You know, so it's like it could be a risk reward thing. You know,
Risk.
it could just
Could be a
It's like-
big risk.
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
So
all of
like
this, yeah, all of this is pretty amazing, honestly. I mean,
Thank
how
you.
you guys have gone about not just having a normal 2D junkie, you made it
NFT.
3D art, you made it full of, you know, traits that are actually in-game functional, then you're adding the mutations, then you can breed them with splicing. And I mean, you're like on the forefront with all of this, the way I see it. It's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to bring all these different cool functionalities that you see in typical EVM chains. What
Typical.
they do. Well, you know, a lot of projects do mutations. They do breeding and stuff, but you know, it's not. People thought it's not capable. You know, it's not going to be possible on the XRPL without smart contracts and hooks and you know stuff like that. So, we're showing that you can. You know,
So it's
we're
like
showing
some
that the
kind of
XRPL has the power
software
to.
running outside of it, basically.
Yes,
You're
yes, sort of.
yeah, you're redirecting it for a little part of the calculating, right?
Yeah,
And then you
exactly.
yeah.
So a lot of the stuff we're doing is brand new, and you know we don't have anybody to map off of or to use as reference. You know we're doing everything from scratch, and we're extremely proud of you
Good
know
for
the way
you.
we're going about it. And
the community's proud of you. Let's be
You
honest.
can be proud, and
Oh
definitely
God, yeah.
it's amazing what you guys are
thank you.
doing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, like you know, eventually we also want to open source a lot of the things that we're doing as well. If we could get a little bit of Ripple help, that would be amazing. But you know,
Yeah,
first
come
most,
on,
you know,
Ripple. Pull your finger out.
we're about the community and we're about the expansion of the XRPL, and that's one of our major goals. It's you know number one goals is making sure the junkies are set and doing everything for them, but you know expansion of the ecosystem and reaching out to actual NFT enthusiasts and showing them that the XRPL has the capabilities of being one of the leading chains for NFTs. So
Good for you.
Absolutely.
That's why we love
yeah.
you guys. There you go.
What else do we have?
Let's talk about the claiming system. I know a lot
Over
of people
to
have questions
Donny.
on that. Yeah, Donnie, go ahead.
Go on, Donny.
Oh, you want me to take it, or I think
Yeah,
Bean
yeah,
should
yeah,
take
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
No. Come on, Donny. And then we're going to
Please,
Bean God. So
this is a bean question. Yeah. So I mean, the claiming system is something we've kind of like imagined for a little while now. Just because of the fact that you know with XLS 20, it's a little bit different with how NFTs are exchanged. You can't directly do airdrops without hooks. So essentially what we're doing is with like all the minting rewards, we're going to be running through kind of the claiming system, which essentially is kind of hooked up to a backend database that kind of tracks your junkie and like what rewards you have. Which one reason I do think it is pretty cool is, so say, you know, Scarborough, your junkie or one of your junkies, say you have, I know you have 78 is your one of one, you know, so you're entitled to your JSC, to your droid, and then to your loot box and vial, of course. So what's kind of cool too is once we kind of have that functionality running too, you know, you can go claim all those, and then if you were to sell your junkie, you know, to someone else, they can't go claim them. So everything kind of gets locked away like that. But it also adds the dimension to where, you know, you could sell a junkie with, you know, full eligibility of all those drops, which can also add a little bit of like intrinsic value to it as well. But yeah, I mean, Bean's been working on that. He showed us some stuff.
and
And
we're
like the
going
back
over
end.
to Bean. Come on, Bean.
Man, I think Donnie explained it pretty well. Yeah, that's I think you hit it around because like I could talk about the technical stuff, but it's like boring.
Not
You know?
everyone's turned off by now, Ben. Don't worry about it.
No, just
Everyone
like
stop listening, buddy. You're fine.
no, yeah, it's per junkie. So yeah, like Donnie said, for every single junkie that you have, you're entitled to those things. And every so the junkies will be entitled to the rewards for until we shut it off or whatever. So that like if you only claimed your JSC and then you happen to sell it or someone else has it, that junkie would still be like able to get the rest of the rewards. So it's not just you, it's the junkie itself. So
Yeah.
like if you wanted to go and try to snipe a couple early junkies to get more rewards, like it's totally possible, you know. So that's like
So
the cool part
it
about it.
follows, it's tied to the junkie basically,
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly.
rather than you.
Exactly.
It's tied to the junkie, which is
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, and it gives every single junkie value other than traits and rarity.
Yeah.
You know, so you might have somebody who hasn't claimed a single thing a year from now, and it's a totally basic junkie with normal traits, you know, and that'll be more valuable than a rare junkie that's claimed everything, maybe. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like it's a decision you have to make as well. Like, are you going to claim? Are you going to, you know, do these different things? So there's
Because
a
it
lot
can
of avenues.
add a new level to like the economy, at least in the short term. Because in terms
Yeah.
of our claiming and whatnot, you know, we do kind of have a mindset that we'll probably, you know, stop certain rewards and stuff at certain points, especially for like vials and the mutation stuff. You know, early on, like we'll have like a cap for, you know, the last day to kind of claim rewards and whatnot, which will obviously we're going to give an ample amount of time for all that stuff,
As
you
you
know, the
always
droids
do.
included. Yeah. But you also at some point as we kind of progress and we get into like some alpha testing and actual like alpha deployment of the game and stuff. So we'll have to narrow down certain things with the collection. But yeah, so like all those will be kind of limited the same way, you know, 7,000 junkies, 7,000 droids, 7,000 JSC drops and so on. So,
Yeah.
you know, got to keep some order to it at the end of the day.
Yep, exactly. And
Chaos.
yeah, all this stuff that we're doing right now is ran through the junction protocol that we're doing. So, you know, the profile systems and the collection pages. So
I
it's gonna
can't
be pretty
wait.
cool.
I can't wait to talk about. I can't wait to tell you guys all about the profile stuff. It's not ready to talk about yet, but
Oh,
when it is,
thank God, I was about to go. Go on, Ben.
Gabo, it's great. We have some other subject, some other reason to have these guys back very soon.
Oh, buddy,
Yeah,
I'll always have
yep.
these guys back. You know that.
Yeah, that'll be a fun thing to do. And we're super excited about it. You know, it's like it's not something you see normally, and it's there's a lot of ways we can expand on it and apply it to use cases with every project on the XRPL. You know, it's giving them utility and keeping the community engaged rather than just staring at your profile picture. You know, you can do so much with it.
Yeah, the thing is as well, you're helping out the whole of the XRPL community, not just junkies, by
Yeah, that's the
opening
plan,
this
you know,
up to
like
everyone.
we're all gonna make it kind of situation. Like if we help out other projects and you know whether it be implementing them into the game, doing exclusive cosmetic drops with them, or you know
Yeah.
just giving them a spot in Junction to do airdrops through the community for like trophies or special events that they go to. You know, then control that and do it in that fashion. So
You guys are never going to sleep.
who says
Well,
we
you
have
don't
in the last
anyway. Let's
couple
be
weeks?
honest, you don't
They
anyway.
have clones probably.
Oh, buddy, I'll worry about them. I'll go to bed, wake up, and they're still there. It's like, seriously? Go to bed.
No, I will tell you, I have came up with ideas, and while I was sleeping, just dreaming about the junkies, and it popped into my head, like when it comes artistically and things like that. So it's always going on, you know, it's always on my mind. So
So have you got a little notepad at the side of your bed where you wake up and write it down? Like,
no, I have a notepad on my desktop filled with stuff, but my computer's always on. It's probably not a good thing, but
no.
it's always on.
I bet your dad ain't happy. That's busting me.
What
So
else do we
you
have?
got, lads?
Yeah.
What
yeah,
else?
well,
I
up to you.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I could talk a little bit about you know, being down in Miami. and whatnot, just to fill you
Go
guys
on,
in a
then.
little bit.
Yes,
So I tried to have a
absolutely.
chat with you about that, but we kept getting interrupted. So love to hear about
Yeah, no, so I guess for anyone listening, I went down to Art Basel in Miami, and they had a lot of crypto events going on, a lot of cool people down there. But I went down with the X Punks, or two of the X Punk guys.
You
and
guys
we
have
stayed down
some
there.
photos or footage from that we can add in?
The photos are in Twitter, buddy.
I can add them in later too, no problem.
Yeah, there's one on my account, Jake.
I think I retweeted it.
Yeah,
With them.
there we go.
I meant
Yes, that was-
blockchain back.
Oh, there you go. Pop it out a little bit, make it bigger. There we go. So keep talking. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, so this
Sonny,
is
I
actually
want to
this-
cut your hair. Sorry, buddy. I just want
This was actually at the Ripple dinner we got invited to. We were actually with the X Punks, a few people from Ripple. We were there with BitBoy Crypto. That was a really cool experience, getting to hang out with BitBoy, learn about some of the stuff he's been doing in the space, kind of make a connection with him. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, blockchain backer, that was a cool thing too, being one of the bigger, or probably one of the biggest XRP kind of like influencers,
bigger than us.
personas.
Okay, now come off it.
Yeah. But no, it was cool just meeting a lot of like-minded people, whether it was Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin kind of maxis. It was just cool to see like a bunch of different projects kind of coming together in the space, like it has been at the previous events we've been to. Miami was pretty special with a bunch of different reasons. We went to a bunch of kind of exclusive crypto events, met some people that you wouldn't normally meet on a day-to-day from what we're doing. So it was great making some connections. I made some really good connections with people at Ripple that I'd never even heard of before, and as well as investment groups and different kind of people interested in the space. I think overall it was a fun time. So
Good.
Have you guys
Well-
met with Ripple people?
what do you mean? Met with them?
Brad,
I mean, have you met face to face, David or any of the other?
Brad or
Brad
No,
or-
unfortunately not. Brad and
They're not
David
worthy,
were supposed to
buddy.
be. They were supposed to be at that Ripple dinner, but
But you
know,
won a
there's a
grant,
little-
right? So that's just like
Yeah.
faceless, right? You dealing
to an
with
extent.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've met a lot of people on Zoom, but Brad had a yacht party the night before the Ripple dinner, so maybe he was recovering from that.
Yeah, I guess.
Me and MD were on there, buddy. You should have said we've got you on.
Ah, man.
So this is
Imagine.
Mr. What's his name?
So that's Kai.
Kaj,
in
right?
the
Kai,
middle.
Kai, right? From the
and
X
is
Punks,
Louis.
Louis from the X Punks, and that's you
Who's
on
the other
right.
guy?
I
Yeah.
don't know who is this
Don't
guy.
know who is he. Don't know. He's missing
this is
a little
actually-
tash.
This is actually the first night we were down there. It was if you guys are familiar with Ragsy, she actually won the Creator Fund that first
Yeah.
round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she had a whole art display at this event. So we hung out with her for a little bit. It was fun.
She made she had a talk with David Schwartz on stage.
Yeah.
On one of the
Yeah,
events. I watched that. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, she's definitely like, very involved with a bunch of different people, bunch of different chains. So she's a good friend of ours now.
Yeah.
Nice.
More friends, the better.
Yeah, I guess let's
course,
hop
exactly.
into let's see.
Property.
No, let's get into the
Nitty
XUMM
gritty.
login.
This
yeah,
has
so-
got to go over. Is this to Bean God or are you going to take this, Jake?
I could probably take it. I mean, right now I created a simple phone that kind of pops up with the sign-in features, but of course, our brilliant Bean and Kyle collab together to make it a reality.
Amazing idea.
Bean God.
Yeah, so we were still experimenting. This is definitely a work in progress. I am not a good UI person, so I just threw this together like in probably 30 minutes and just made the buttons work. But
Simple.
yeah, so we got login functionality in Unity. You know, it takes your wallet address and applies it to your in-game character, and you can change your junkies out and do whatever in Unity. You know, if you want to do any
So-
transactions, you can do them directly in Unity. So
A quick
pretty cool.
question, Jake. So say someone won something in game, would that go straight into their XUMM wallet with
if
that?
they, yeah, so they'd have to claim it. So they wouldn't be airdropped. They'd have to sign the transaction. But
Yeah.
I kind of the way that we're leaning towards doing our loot drops right now is everything's going to be just strictly in-game based.
Yeah.
So you get like a gun, you know, it's just an in-game gun. You're not going to pick it up and automatically sign the transaction. What you'll then do with that in-game gun is you'll bring it to another NPC that ports it to the multiverse, right? It's going to throw it through a portal, and it's going to be sent to your wallet as a NFT. It's going to cost a little bit of JSC to do, but yeah, I think that's going to be a cool way to keep the market still exclusive in a way that, you know, you need JSC to
Yeah.
trade these guns and stuff like
Which
that.
is
So
good that if you're going to come in, you use JSC, which is good for
Yeah, it'll give a
JSC.
reason for people to pick
Yeah.
up a little bit of JSC or
Yeah.
play and
Yeah.
then get JSC that way.
exactly.
and-
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we're
the
giving it
in-game-
all
it's the
out for
in-game
free.
currency,
So
so
yeah,
What,
exactly.
sorry, Bingard?
it's the in-game currency. So,
Yeah.
so you think of like GTA, you have your money, right? It's the same thing with Junkies as
Yeah.
JSC.
Got it. Got it.
So when we're going to get a JSC credit card?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would be
Maybe,
an
obviously.
interesting
maybe we'll
thing.
make
Yeah.
an in-game credit card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Built in
if you
to
want to have
Junkie's
a
Yeah.
drink
neck.
here,
Yeah,
you just
put it on the
whip out
card,
the credit
Rusty.
card. Yeah.
I've
Wow,
got
that's a
no
good
cash,
idea, actually.
Rusty. Have the card.
Then people
That's
can
actually a good
actually feel
idea.
it's tangible, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good
That
idea.
is-
Hey,
I'll have a mental note on that one. We'll make a
there we
cool
go.
little-
Bean
cool little
God's already
card.
taking notes, right?
Yeah, Bingod's at it. That's why I ain't speaking. They've come up with that one.
He's already started coding it.
Yeah, yeah.
By the end
I'm
of the video,
claiming
it's done.
royalties, Bingod on the idea.
But yeah, like this has been a lot of fun actually seeing it work and seeing it come together. So it's awesome that you've already built it and we can send it out to people and have them test it and use for their projects. But right now, you know, we're kind of keep it exclusive for just us for a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
think-
just looking at that from the YouTube we done 3-4 months ago, how far you've come with this is just mental.
Thanks, man. Yeah, like, you know, back then it was a lot of just world building and getting everything put together and getting the guns to work right and character movements and cameras and such. So
I'm still yet to use my gun. I ain't got down them stairs yet.
yeah,
Yeah, that's another thing kind of on the agenda is optimizing it a little bit differently. Cause like from that first demo we released like, you know, a while ago, you know, it was definitely more optimized, but you know, we did a lot of changes, upgraded a lot of like systems and whatnot. So there's also that process with, you know, recompressing everything and making sure it can run on like lower and like GPUs and whatnot.
yep, exactly.
That's pretty important, right?
Yeah,
The
it
more
definitely is.
people can play this with their machines, the better. Definitely.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
And then you have to
Yep.
tweak it to make it look good for that as well.
yeah. So we have like options where you can turn off the post processing. That might help out a little bit. And you know, it's everything's extremely optimized. All the meshes are extremely optimized in the way that we do it. So yeah, and this was actually the first ever prototype that we made.
No.
We used just normal Cinti assets. Kyle put it together in a weekend, and he did a really good job. But this is what we saw, and we're like, okay, we got to get Kyle on the team. So
In a weekend.
yeah, in a
Man,
weekend.
that's mental.
Yeah,
Right?
if you're
Pretty crazy.
excited about things, you get so motivated, right? And you want to sit down and just see something, you know, and you get to work, and I know that feeling.
Yeah,
I need
So
that
that's-
feeling.
yeah. So we've made. I can see the mouses right there. Actually, I didn't know that. So yeah,
You
like
should
you know,
have
we
left
made
that as a contest, Jake. Find my mouse.
find the mouse. So yeah, we've made tons of progress on the game and getting a lot of the actual functionality and getting the XRPL to work with Unity has been a major stretch, and we've made massive strides on that. And we're in a comfortable spot where we could launch Rusty's and have everybody log in right now if we really wanted to. But you know, there's still a lot of cleanup and special things that we need to make sure happens first. So
you've got to do it when you're ready.
Yeah, but like, you know, when I'm telling you it's ready, like it's ready. Like we've already logged in and hung out and walked around and punched each other. So
do you will you have like a limited beta testing? I don't know, 50 people, 100 people or something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a small little alpha test. Just everybody's gonna log in probably for like 30 minutes and hang out, and we're gonna see how it plays. If anyone has any problems logging in or
give feedback on details.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm more interested in who won the fight. You're interested in how people get in. I want to know who won the fight. My money's on Bean God.
Yeah, no, Bean's a fighter.
Oh, I bet he bites and gnaws.
Yeah, he plays dirty.
Oh, I bet he does, yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of like alpha testing and whatnot, yeah, we're planning on kind of like a lot of like the OGs and the, you know, people from, you know, long who's been here for the ride. We'll kind of get first access to some of these alpha tests. And we're definitely going to do them like in waves to test different mechanics, different things. Because obviously at the end of the day, you don't want to bring something to market that's, you know, not up to par and not where we want it. So it's going to be, you know, a few rounds of that, and we'll kind of keep at it till we can kind of have something up, you know, 100% of the time, host different events. Like it's definitely going to be a process, but you know, it's definitely gonna be a lot more exciting than just showing you guys a picture or showing you guys a video, actually having people inside.
The thing is, if you just invite people in, the first bit of bad publicity could destroy you, and especially with social media, they'd just go for it. So
yeah, exactly. That's why we're going to bring in all the people who are real close to the project, help us flesh out some of those bugs, you know, and improve upon it. So
yeah. All right. So another thing I want to talk about is how we're building the droids and the cool scripts that we made in Unity to render all of our NFT collections. So right here you can see we got the little droid. He's hanging out right here. On the left-hand side is the game object, and it's filled with all the different attributes that the droid can possibly generate with.
With his beatbox.
Yeah, he's got a little phone at his end. Bean did an amazing job making this a possibility. It's awesome. You know, we have all the rarities that we can pop in right here with the hashtag 10. You know, gives it a 10% chance and so on. It makes it super easy and user-friendly to create 3D NFT collections. It's pretty sweet because I tried to do stuff in Blender and you know, it just gives me a headache. Blender's crazy and it's impractical since you gotta a lot of the things how we're building our characters is we're just dragging and dropping all the meshes on the character rig themselves separately, so we get that blocky feel. But it's pretty sweet. You know, you can come over here and click randomize character and it'll pop up with a
so it's kind of like in Photoshop where you have the layers, right? Except here it's 3D, and if you click randomize, it'll just pick one of each section and put it together.
Yeah, exactly. So it randomizes the head, arms, torso, and so on. And it makes it super easy. And you know, if I want to, I can just drag and drop stuff in here and apply them and throw them into these different game objects, and it will randomize it through the script. So it's been pretty fun doing it like that.
How tall is a Drowsy Droid compared to a Junkie?
You know, let's pull out a Junkie real quick and let's see. Wherever he is. There we go. So the droid's pretty small. Actually,
oh, he is, isn't he?
It's a
cute one.
Yeah.
You can step on it. Oh my god.
You could just pick him up and cuddle him there.
Yeah.
He's more about this size compared. Maybe you know, he might be a little bit. Maybe the portions might be a little bit too.
It's about
much,
the waist. It's about to the waist, right?
Yeah, about to the waist. You know,
Isn't
so
it cuddly?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
very cute.
Ah,
It's about that big. and
mind
he's
you, he could
following
actually
you.
in your knackers, which isn't very helpful, is it?
Nobody understood what
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
the bollocks test always. Everything's about peeing a
Well, that's
sight, isn't it?
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
wait.
it's super cool and it's super easy now that
Hey,
we built
serves
out
ya.
the script for the junkies. We could use it for anything, and it further pushes to how we actually read in the NFT as an in-game character.
Is he separate NFT in a way?
The droids?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're separate NFT.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Derek, if you want to talk about how we generate and make it possible so that we can read the NFT into Unity and reconstitute the
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah. I won't get too technical into it. But basically the script is doing a few things. Obviously you see like the name of all the attributes. They've got a hashtag and they've got a number after it. Basically what a number is, it's almost like writing that asset down on a sheet of paper and throwing it into a hat. And so every single asset has its own number. And then the script basically just pulls one randomly out of that hat and then applies that to the NFT. And so on top of that, what it does is once the full character has been created from the random function, it also uses this it's like an identification system that Kyle and I came up with to link the all the attributes and stuff to the actual NFT. And then we put that in the metadata of the NFT. And so when you have your NFT and it gets read into the game, once you connect your XUMM wallet and everything's good to go, you connect the NFT to the game, it's able to read the identification number on the NFT and reconstitute that NFT into the game as your character. So you alone, if you own that NFT, are able to play that character because that ID is specific to the NFT that you have. So that's kind of how we built that out. So and it works for everything, right? It works for the junkies. That's how we made the junkies. It's going to work for the Drowsy Droids, and also the land as well is going to actually work that same way too. So
Fantastic idea to make it this way.
So, a quick question. So you could play the Drowsy Droid and leave your junkie at the bar, say? Is that...
Well, no, the Drowsy Droid's just it's just the companion that follows you around.
Right.
So yeah, it doesn't have to just be characters. It can be anything. It can be weapons, and land.
It's just kind of like, it's just kind of like defining the connection between what you have in your wallet as an NFT and what the game reads in and shows you on the screen.
Yeah, and like if a project is making a game, like this is the way to generate your NFTs because you already have them built out in the game itself, and you're just using what you already have built for the characters, for the land, for the weapons, and just generating an image of it. So it makes the workflow super easy and seamless. So that's another
So basically, once the NFT is generated with that unique ID, once you go into the game and it reads out that same code, it will reconstitute that same 3D appearance.
Same character.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, man.
Yeah. And Scarbo, I guess you can take the kind of the, comparison with what like the droids are. Like, I mean, I consider it like the junkies are like Ash from Pokemon, and all the droids are like the Pokemon.
Right, okay.
You can kind of choose who kind of comes with you. And that's the whole idea of the whole Critters and Crawlers kind of collection is, there will be more, there'll be different iterations. There won't just be the droids in the long run. Obviously we've kind of talked, we have some ideas internally about what we can do with the droids in terms of like extra functionality within the game. Like Jake said, whether it's, they have classes or different kind of, jobs in the game. Is one thing that we want to get to at some point, but as of now they're kind of like your companion, and follow you around and just tickle your toes, I guess.
Massage your feet.
Tickle my toes. See, I want to master Drowsy Droid. Tickle my toes. I'll get my head around all this business, lads. Trust me.
Carry you home at night, late from the bar.
Oh, don't go to the bar anymore, buddy.
It's just this script itself is just super useful for creators because, like, you know, this is what we're doing for the land as well, and how we're laying out land. You know, going up to a plot, planning it and setting down your home. You know, we just take that and we read the ID and it just all works. You know, it's pretty cool. I guess we can kind of show off a little bit of land.
So let's look at the
You
land.
show
Can't
off
wait.
all you want, lads.
Yeah, guys,
Yeah, so
have a look at
we've
this.
made some progress on the land. Max has been going absolutely
Man,
crazy.
this is
You can
crazy
see in the
stuff.
left-hand side he's using the script as well. But I'll let this run for a little bit so you can kind of see what's been going on. Still a work in progress though, so it's not completely finished, but we're getting there with it.
Me and
Amazing.
Crown are still waiting for the trailer.
Ooh, I love the nuclear waste everywhere.
Yeah, you see how he's clicking that randomize button. Every time he clicks it, it runs that
So
script.
those are literally randomized creations right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real time.
They're
that's what
not
he's doing.
like saved JPEGs or whatever.
Nope.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
No, yeah. These are all
So-
this is all real time.
Yeah, and this was just a test that like Max ran. So like some of these buildings may not actually ever even appear in the actual collection. You know, 'cause
Right.
it's just everything's randomized.
Damn, Donny, I
each
just
time.
seen the one I want to mint. You can't say it might not even appear. There, XRP one. That
This
one.
one?
Yeah.
I also love the little effect with fog on the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max has done a great job writing those custom shaders and make them look super, super well. Like, you know, the little droid right here.
Makes
the
it all come
hologram.
to life, totally. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the droid
Yeah.
is the holograph is probably my favorite thing
Fantastic.
Max has ever made because it's
Is
an
that a
animated
holograph?
little. Yeah, wait, Jake, go back and play it again.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are so talented. Man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so it's going really, really well, and we're super excited for the land. Land's gonna be coming out tomorrow, actually.
2023.
So what do people need for land? Everybody's gonna ask, what do you need to get land and how do you
Read the
get that?
Discord announcements,
Yeah.
buddy. Come on.
But that's where we have a YouTube.
Yeah, so-
No. You need to DYOR.
Land is going to be an XRP mint. JSC is going to be used as a discount, so you can spend some JSC to get a little bit extra discount on the XRP sale. We're going to price land a fair price so everybody can get a plot. We're not going to go crazy with it. So
Yeah, there are also only 2,500 plots right now in kind of planned. So yeah, so it will be a more limited series than I guess the Junkies are. But yeah, like Jake said, JSC is going to be used as kind of a discount up to a certain threshold. You know, so if people want to take that little discount and burn their JSC, you know, it's kind of like we said, there's always these decisions. You know, if they don't want to use all their JSC, you know, they can spend XRP and whatnot. But I think it'll be cool. It'll be definitely the first of that kind of mint as well.
I like the cage
kind of a
one.
combo
Sorry,
mint.
Don.
Yeah, that's a
you're good.
unique.
Oh, I love that cage. Throw the
Yeah,
bottles.
But you're gonna be safe in there for sure.
Oh yeah. Throw the bottles.
yeah, but they've come along pretty well. And like this is just the first edition of land that we're doing. We're not doing a typical kind of grid-based system where you click a box and you claim that square. You know, these are actual functional plots that you own.
Already there.
Yeah, exactly. And you can walk into and your home's completely unique to you and you can customize the interior eventually.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So
we're not just gonna stop with
Sorry, Jake, to cut you off. Could you drag your own NFTs in there and have it as a picture, say?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, and we can do that exactly kind of with like the login system in a sense because we already have your wallet in there, and I'm sure there's a way we can get it displayed in there. But yeah, like, exactly. So like the idea is to continuously progress with the land plots and be able to customize what's inside and kind of like build out a little bit to like your own liking, which is really cool. But like Jake said too, like they're going to be unique. Like it's not just going to be everything on a grid. Like each kind of neighborhood will kind of have its own little vibe,
unique house, and
you'll have these neighborhoods and you'll have a whole bunch of homes in there that you can walk around and you can go adventure inside one of your friends' homes. You know, you see its house place right there. He doesn't have his doors locked. Walk in and take his take his
No
loot.
way. You dare. I want a little porch inside so I can shoot them as they come through my door.
Exactly.
Get out
Set
of
up a
my
little
house.
like surveillance camera connected with a shotgun. So
Yeah,
if you use anybody an intruder, it'll blast them.
just rigged up with like a little rope or something. Just a
Yeah,
little bit of
exactly. But like,
string. Open that and boom.
there's so much avenues that you can do with your home plot. You know, you could set it up to where if you want to customize the insides, have it as a little marketplace where you have a little table and you're sitting back
Yeah.
there and people are coming in and out to buy and trade things from you with the in-game portions. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You know,
Little
furthermore,
pop-up calf.
yeah,
Sell
furthermore,
food.
we're gonna expand on land too. So this is just the first edition of homes. You know, the other land plots might not be homes; they might be warehouses or, you know, businesses or stuff like that.
You want to
So,
run a little bit more through those random while we talk?
yeah, I can.
Awesome. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to
Stop
show too much.
interrupting Jake, bro. I'll shut him off, buddy. Don't keep interrupting Jake.
Yeah, but the rarities aren't set on these. That's why you're seeing a lot of repeat traits and stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll see that it happens. But yeah, it's a little part of you. It's completely unique, and it's something that makes you stand out other than just having a unique junkie.
It's
So
a personal thing with your junkie as well, though, isn't it? So it becomes personal to you.
yep,
as well.
exactly.
Oh, I've seen the
Yeah.
trailer there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to throw that in there because you and Crown were talking about it.
Oh,
Scarborough, so.
buddy, we just want that trailer underneath the stars.
Yeah, so
Little
it's been,
fire, everyone round, have a chat.
oh, did you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Scarborough,
right
it's
now,
you.
yeah, begging.
we threw
Please,
Armand
Rusty, let me
as
back in.
we threw Armand as a placeholder for the real dude that's gonna be sitting out there. So we're still designing that guy. So he's gonna be coming with their own personal butler.
No, their own Jeeves.
Yeah,
What? Bring your team with the one finger sticking out to the rock stars on the top of the roof.
Yeah,
That's the one I
exactly.
like with the Junkies rooftop.
Yeah, that's a fun one for
That's
sure.
a good one, yeah.
But yeah, Max has done such a great job putting this together. Like, he's just so
Certainly has.
creative the way that he can
That's mental.
take things and compile them together to look so cool. Like, you know, this thing right here, these were assets that he had built in the normal world. What he just did was just place them in a unique way and, you know, threw a whole bunch of things together to make it look totally different. And I gotta applaud him on that because it's super cool.
We'll have to get him next time as well with Bean God.
Yeah.
Get the whole team on.
Creative
Max is
way
like a ghost,
to
man.
creative way to reuse already built-in assets that helps with the performance for sure, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so land's coming together really well. We're super excited for that. Overall, I'm just super hyped and pumped for everything.
Oh god, yeah. Community is as well. I think the whole XRPL community is to see what you guys come up with.
Well, we're definitely gonna shock them with some of the stuff we're building. We're super
yeah.
excited to share more, and
Without a doubt.
it's good. Like some of the stuff that we haven't announced or talked about yet that's in the works is pretty game changing for the entire NFT space.
You guys are
Total.
years ahead. you
Strong
know that.
words, big
Oh,
words.
I believe
I
us.
can't
They're
wait to
years
hear and
ahead.
see. Yes,
Years
yes, yes.
ahead.
I believe
It's
you
pretty.
guys.
It's pretty
No.
crazy.
Yeah.
Why do you think I follow these guys? Come on, Mark. Why do you think we keep doing so many YouTubes about them?
So what are some of the basically what's the timeline from here? What is the sequence of things to come and what's next and what comes after? Wanna give us a little bit of that? Just for people to get an idea now where we are at after.
Right now we're focusing on getting the profile system set up, and Kyle's been focusing on getting Rusty's multiplayer fleshed out and ready. The profile system is going to follow up with the collection airdrops. You're going to get the Drowsy Droid first, JSC, and then the cosmetic NFT loot box, and then we're going to give out the vials. Somewhere in between there, we're going to add the mint rewards for the early minters. They're going to receive their junkies are going to receive those. After that, we're going to open up Rusty's Bar for the multiplayer, get some testing going, and get that excited. And I think, you know, from there, we're going to be experimenting with some PvP and PvE game modes, actually getting some fun game loops going and having our community test them out. So, yeah.
And what of these is for this year still, before Christmas?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. We're going to have some stuff done but this year.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm loving all the things you've shown here today. It's mind-blowing. It looks beautiful. Fantastic.
man.
Congratulations,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Congratulations on the mint and week wait for incubation. It was quite emotional, I must say, lads.
It was. It definitely
It was very emotional that week, and seeing them junkies go into your wallet was just crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And like
it was a
we've
lot of
had
fun.
we've had a great outcome of the amount of minters too. I know we're a little bit over half junkies minted, but the best part about it is, you know, we're a large holder of our own collection and we have a ton of junk that we still haven't minted out. So now we're going to be slowly minting out the team wallet, and we're going to be putting 50% that was based in the team wallet that we had left over into a community wallet, and the community will vote what to do with those junkies, and you know, if they want to do competitions for some, or they want to you know, bid on some, they surely can. So
do you
that's
know,
going to be a
Jake,
fun
there's
part.
only me and MD listening to this actually now, so we have the vote.
Yeah, I feel very privileged to
We're
hear these
privileged, buddy.
things.
It'll be a what, MD, you're going to vote with me, buddy. We should
I'll
get
vote.
these.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah. But
Yeah, so
that's
the vote,
good.
you know,
So that'll
coming
go to a
together.
DAO.
Yep, it will.
Yep.
I do know we have one coming up pretty soon, so we'll have that going. It's going to be JSC based, so you just have to hold over a certain time, a certain limit of JSC for the projects that we're going to be collaborating with. So we're going to be compiling them all together, and we're going to be voting on who should we work with first. Yeah.
Ex-aliens.
Yeah, that would be a fun one for sure.
Oh, yeah. Probing the fuckers.
Anything else that we have today for this? Or I think that was
I
it,
could
right?
talk for
I think that
hours
about-
with these
I think
guys.
that about, yeah, like gets everything off our plate right now, in terms of, you know, what we want to share. But like we said before, we'll definitely have to come back, you know, once a few more things we're working on kind of get polished up and ready for release, come back and give you guys that exclusive again.
You're always welcome, you know that,
Yes,
guys.
we love having the guys here
And
with
bring a
us.
few more junkie devs with you next time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll get
will do.
everybody in here.
Yeah,
Scrubbo,
get
any
everyone.
questions left?
Oh, buddy, I've got no questions for these guys. They just blow my brains every time. What can I say? They just destroy me. Everything they create, just like, I'm a non-gamer, so this is just eye-opening to me. So I love it all.
Thank
I
you,
think
man.
we should do all of us to the moon.
Let's do it.
All right, yeah, let's
To
do
the
it.
moon Christmas special.
On 3.
Moon.
1, 2, 3.
To the moon.
To the
To the
moon.
moon.